Hi guys, I'm back from the dead. I had a feeling that I would stop posting when school started and I was apparently right. I still don't understand why we still have school in the middle of an effing pandemic, but that's whatever. Let's just get to the disclaimer. If you're a snowflake and can't take useful criticism of your faves, this video isn't for you. I don't hate any of these groups, but none of them are perfect. Every group has room to improve. I will be talking about things that involve the company, but since we got that out of the way, let's start the video. I don't know if you could tell, but BTS are my alts. They were the first K-pop group I got into and will always be my number one. There's a lot that I really love about BTS and very little that I don't. I'll start with prices. I get that BTS are the biggest boy group in world, but Big Hit really wants us to be broke. Literally everything costs money and it's always expensive. Some richer armies get mad at others for not being able to afford everything, but they don't understand how much those things cost. Not everyone can afford that. The fans try to make others feel like less of a fan because they didn't buy every episode of In the Soup or watch the online concert. I know the shaming isn't Big Hit's fault, but the prices shouldn't be this high. Another thing, I'm pretty sure everyone has this problem unless you're an anti for some strange reason, but the way Jin is treated. I'm not gonna get into everything, but the things that affect the group like lines and screen time. So Jin is the so-called visual, but you can't give him more time on our screens? That position is so useless when it comes to Big Hit. Ever since 2017, Big Hit has been putting out V just as much as they're putting out Jungkook due to his sudden rise of popularity. Which I completely get, it's a smart idea. But you should have just made Taehyung the visual if you're just gonna pay Jin dust. Come on Big Hit, we love Jin's face and we wanna see it more. I don't even know if you can have more than one alt. Not sure where the K-pop stan ruler book is, but anyways. Red Velvet has the best girl group discography in my opinion. One thing that I don't necessarily dislike but think should at least change a bit is their song structure. Like usually and almost every time it's every member singing the chorus. I think it would be nice if SM thought about not doing what they usually do and experiment. Also, some high notes at the end of the bridge are sometimes so unnecessary. One example I'll use is Peekaboo. Wendy's high note sounded very out of place and it was just weird to listen to. But something I really dislike is SM's silence on the Wendy situation. If you didn't know, during a radio interview, Wendy was asked to tell how the students were when she went to school in Canada. Her response started with impersonating how a stereotypical white woman would sound. Then she proceeded to impersonate how a stereotypical black woman would sound. She did a lip pout and waved her finger around. This was very offensive towards me and many other black women, especially her fans. This is getting in the way of me feeling the same about her as I do with the other members. And as if that wasn't enough, she did the impersonations once again during an interview. With no shame whatsoever. Ever since, there hasn't been any apologies issued. And this isn't something Revelovs can blame the company for, because they did not hold her at gunpoint to mock black women. Twice. It feels weird not standing all 5 members fully. I can't even look at Wendy and admire her dancing or her singing without that replaying in my mind. Of course, nobody is perfect. But the least she can do is apologize and acknowledge what she did hurt many her fans terribly. Another very minor thing I forgot to add earlier is their stage presence. I love the members with all my heart, but some stages can get really boring. The only person with good stage presence is Selgi. The day we catch her slipping is the day the sky falls. Irene has been getting a lot better, but it just isn't enough. I mean, Wendy is kinda good too, I guess. Again, I'm not sure if I can have more than one alt. If I can, then BTS, Red Velvet and ATEEZ are my alt groups. I really love this group and I don't think they need much to approve. But one thing that bugs/confuses me is the amount of screen time Yeosang gets. Same thing with Big Hit. They're using their visual position all wrong. The point of the visual is to attract people towards them with their looks. So how on God's green earth is Yeosang supposed to attract people with those 15 seconds of screen time he gets each music video? When I started stanning, I didn't even know he was in the group. I'm so serious. It took about 3 music videos to realize. I think that's embarrassing on my end. I should just move on, lol. Can I just say, I love Twice's new music. I will never understand how people don't. I'll be honest, it did take me a few listens to get into I Can't Stop Me, but other than that, their latest releases are the absolute bomb. Now to what I don't like about Twice. Let's start off with their stage presence. In my opinion, their stage presence is lacking in some areas. For example, Dhyun and Momo do this thing where whenever they dance, their faces are like stuck in a smile. I know smiling is important, especially with all their concepts. But sometimes it could get a little creepy. But other than that, I think Twice has good stage presence. One more thing I'd like to add is the raps in their songs. They have an advantage that all the members can sing and have good voices. Raps in a lot of songs are really unnecessary and not needed. It's not like if a rap were to not be in a song that Chaeyoung, Dhyun and Momo won't have any lines at all. They're singers, let them sing. One example is I Can't Stop Me. When I tell you those 4 lines were so whack, lol. It just felt very weird and the song could have been so much better if that was just not included. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. Call me fake if you want, but there are a lot of things that I dislike. But, since I know everyone is tired of hearing about things like their comebacks, them having a weird bond, and Jennie's lazy dancing, I will not talk about it. But let's start off with their performances. Just like Red Velvet, there's only one member who has good stage presence and it's Lisa. There's not so much that they need to improve on. They make faces while they dance. It's the lack of energy that ruins it for me. Pretty Savage has a really nice dance, but it just wasn't hitting right for me. I saw the original choreographers dancing to it and you can see a huge difference. It was much more enjoyable to watch. You could tell that they were into the song and actually enjoyed dancing, but I can't say the same for Blackpink. Another thing about their performances is the lack of coordination. Still using Pretty Savage as an example since it's most recent. Things like the hair flip and the body rolls, there's no coordination. They are not doing the moves at the same time and it looks messy. I'm not a dance teacher or anything, but it doesn't take one to see the problem. Watch the difference. Another problem I have is their cultural appropriation. I'm confused on how YG can apologize for Jennie wearing a harmless nurse outfit and edit it out, but won't apologize for the CA and disrespecting religions. The most recent thing I believe was when the girls were on a variety show, I think, and they were mocking Indian dancing and music by singing stereotypical Indian music and doing stereotypical Indian dances. Of course, when we tried to address this problem, so many Blinks tried to turn it around and for some reason make it seem like it was BTS' fault. But that's not the only thing Blackpink has done that their company refuses to apologize for. Hopefully one day we will get our apologizes and this group will learn from this and do better. Final problem: Lisa's rap style. I'm not gonna deny the fact that Lisa is an amazing rapper and she has so much potential, but her rap style has to go. No matter how much Blinks deny it, you can't change the fact that Lisa raps in a blaccent. I don't know what's so hard and wrong about rapping in your natural voice, but this blaccent has gotta go. I don't get the point in trying to sound quote unquote black when rapping. I'll never understand the obsession. If she lost the blaccent, Lisa would be a much better rapper, 100 times better. 'Cause it's just not working for her. Okay, now this concludes the video. I'm thinking about making a part 2, hopefully soon. I won't be surprised if I pissed some people off. If I did, that's not my fault lol. I put a disclaimer at the beginning. But I think I'll be posting more often now. My socials are linked in the description. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. See ya.